So many people have played Far Cry 5 and know that usually you can only get 2 characters. I figured out a way to get all 9, and either an Easter egg, which is what I'm calling it, or a glitch in the game. Want to find out how to do this too? Stay tuned. Alright, so anybody who has ever played Far Cry 5 knows, or at least I know from playing it, that you can only choose 2 characters at a time to help you through your journey. There are 9 though, and depending on your mission, side mission, or your situation, preference, or anything else, etc., etc., you get to choose who you want. So it could be Nick, and he's giving you overhead support, and Grace is giving you sniping support. Or it could be that you like to run with an animal pack, so you choose Cheeseburger and Peaches, or Cheeseburger and Boomer, or Peaches or Boomer. The combinations are endless, but at one point I had to come up on this mountain. It was at the top of the map to do something with an airplane that had crashed, and the character I had I wasn't comfortable using, or I wanted somebody else, and so I called in to assign somebody else, but the original character wouldn't leave, so I started messing around. And this is what I came up with. The first thing I do is I call Adelaide and choose any other character you want. I chose Sharky for this time, and have her land the helicopter. You probably don't need to go through all this, but a few times I was doing it. I was having trouble with Herc getting up the mountain, and it could have been because I was afraid to move too far away. Maybe the game would somehow reset the characters away again, make them disappear. And also, please be careful, because if you kill Adelaide, it's kind of difficult, which I've done as well. So at this point, because I'm going so fast, or because I suck at gaming, I'm trying to get her in the helicopter with me, so that we can fly up to the mountain. Now, there is a mission up there, so if you haven't completed the mission, there may be people up there, cultivists up there, so make sure cultivist, yeah, they're cultivating. Cultists, I could even be cult members, let's use that, and they could be at the top of the mountain. As you see the smoke, that's where I'm about to land. That's where the airplane crash was. There's actually only a couple people up there. If you use the helicopter, shoot them down like I did. It's pretty easy. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and unassign Adelaide, and they've done a wonderful job making these AIs very smart, smarter than other games I've played. There are some smart AI in games, and then there's some really robotic. Why did they even bother? I'm better off on my own games. But in this Far Cry game, Ubisoft really went above and beyond. I gotta say, Grace, I think, is the most intelligent, but that's personal preference. Adelaide, Grace, and Jess Black will steal the helicopter. So asterisk, don't crash your helicopter like that, or do crash it like that so they don't steal it, but they will take it if it's close enough for them to leave. And I did practice this over and over and over, sometimes because I was messing around and died, and they're at the top of the mountain, so they won't come and revive you in time. I've had Grace steal the helicopter. I did once have Nick Fry land, and he was hanging out, and I actually made that wallpaper, but I didn't have Sharky, so it's kind of like just the 8 out of the 9 characters. I'm probably going to continue to work on this experiment until I get all 9 at the top of the mountain, and then take a shot of them, maybe a helicopter shot, like a screenshot, making my wallpaper, because I thought that was really cool. 2 characters are great, but to have all 9, could you imagine getting Jacob and the crew up there trying to fight you, and they're all defending the mountaintop? So right now you see Sharky's up there, and we got Adelaide up there, and we have Peaches, and I'm gonna go ahead and land really quick. There's Cheeseburger. So we already have 4 out of the 9 characters, and you're only supposed to have 2. And once again, apparently I don't know how to land a helicopter. I've clocked hours in this game, and a lot of them, but apparently haven't gotten the master of planting down or landing. So you go ahead and you can just continuously unassign characters, and as you see from Peaches, she wants off that mountain. But the AI is smart enough to know if they jump off that mountain, it's curtains. So now here's Cheeseburger, Peaches. We're hanging out. We're all together. And I turned the volume off, or I took the sound out, I should say, in order to do the commentary. But they will interact with each other, and depending on who they're interacting with, the conversation will be different. So take Grace or Nick Fry or Jess Black, any of them. Obviously the animals in the game don't talk, but the humans in the game do. And you put them against any other character and their conversations will change. So Grace may have one conversation with Jess Black, and let me tell you, Jess Black is savage when it comes to the replies. I don't know why. She's just straight savage. But the same conversation Grace may have with Nick Fry will be totally different. Well, it won't be the same conversation, obviously. It'll be a totally different dialogue between the two. And the animals as well. Jess Black will say, "Here, kitty, kitty," to Peaches. It's pretty interesting to listen to them. If you hang out for a while, and then you can move them too. If you just kind of bump into them, they'll move. So you can unassign everybody, and then you can go ahead and reassign them as well. But it's kind of funny that you can also bump them near each other, and they'll have different conversations. Obviously, this game wasn't intended for this Sims activity, but I thought it was fun. I don't know if anybody else has discovered this yet. I'm sure they have. This is probably old news, but it was new news to me, so I had fun with it. Here we have Grace. She's one of my favorite characters again, hands down. Very intelligent, goes where you want, takes vehicles without telling her, ordering her to do so. We did get Sharky's ATV up here. The one person I couldn't get is Nick. I don't know how to get him to land. He did land once. I do have him in a wallpaper, but I'm not sure how to get him to land. So if you can go ahead and throw in the comments, maybe tell me how to get Nick to land. Did he run out of fuel? Did he get shot down and died, and then kind of came back and just followed me without his plane? But as you can see, we're getting him up there. I'm not sure what I would do at this point, but it would really be cool if the cult members could come up here and we could kind of battle it out. There are a few hikers, and there is a way up there. So maybe, get a few to follow you up the mountain and have a battle. Drive up the mountain, just get a bunch of them to follow you. Don't shoot them, don't have any of your characters. And also, I didn't go very far past them because I wasn't sure if they would respawn out of the game again, or back into waiting for me to reassign them. So I just kind of had them all together here. So there's Jess, Grace, Sharky, Peaches, Boomer, Cheeseburger, everybody, and Nick's up there flying around. I have all 9, but I couldn't get Nick. Nick will not attack your people. Yes, I've tried. Nick will not attack them. He will say something like, "That's friendly fire." I'm probably doing a bad impersonation, but he will not attack them. I did try it quite a few times to kind of get them to land, or at least attack near them to see if maybe we could get some more effects, but it didn't really happen. Throw your comments below. I'm always about criticism, positive or negative. I always love to hear people's opinions on stuff. I was trying to get Nick Fry down any way possible. Nick Fry came close right there. But then that would probably assassinate him, and I'm not sure that it would actually get him down. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to definitely keep trying to get all 9 of them, and then maybe get that helicopter pick. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you disliked it, hit the dislike. And if you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. As always, thanks for watching. Peace.